Thank you for joining us today. We're talking with Andrew Watkins, the Senior Major Gift Officer for the College of Education at Florida State University. We've asked him here today so that you, the audience, will develop a better real-world understanding of the process involved in institutional advancement. Mr. Watkins has worked on 4 comprehensive campaigns raising $47 million since 1998.
Me, not the campaigns.
Right.
That's what I've raised. Yeah.
Which is quite impressive. If you could begin by providing some background information on the FSU Foundation, such as the overall purpose, why was it created, and how does it fit in with the educational mission of FSU?
Sure. Well, Florida State University, as you're all aware, is a state university, and therefore there are certain funding parameters that govern and are used for financial distribution of resources within the university. Well, one thing that we've done is we've created a barrier between the philanthropic support that somebody is providing the institution and the governmental support that's provided the institution. So all these different cash flows, they're restricted in their own arenas. Well, the FSU Foundation's purpose is to serve the mission of Florida State University by taking money from donors, by investing the money, and by returning proceeds of those investments to the university in support of the university's mission. So all of this is to say that money that comes into the FSU Foundation is distributed to the university, one, consistently with the university's mission, and second, consistently with the donor's intention. So both of those two things have to be in alignment for the FSU Foundation to be a meaningful and viable organization in support of Florida State University's mission.
Well, thank you very much. And could you give us some details about the average contribution that you receive? Do millionaires give billions of dollars to us, or does the average student, the primary former student, the alum?
Well, millionaires don't give us billions. It's possible that a billionaire could give us millions. Most of the gifts that we get are gifts that are the kind of support that somebody can write a check or put on a credit card and make a payment out of their discretionary income. $150, $200, in some cases pizza money. The value of a pizza sent to FSU can have incredible resources. We're not going to buy pizza with it, but well, maybe we'll buy pizza with it, but probably not. Yeah. But these sorts of gifts support a wide variety of different programmatic initiatives at the university that otherwise wouldn't exist. Things like visiting day initiatives, student recruitment programs, our our graduation ceremonies, brown bag luncheons, ethics luncheons, different things that the higher ed program puts on are directly paid for by these sorts of gifts that come into the FSU Foundation. Now, we get a lot of those kind of gifts university-wide, $30,000 to $40,000 a year, and they are significant in what they help us accomplish. But they themselves may not be a significant gift. So we also raise money from people that are in a position to make a more deliberate and significant gift. And we define those gifts as major gifts. And usually the criteria that we use is that a $25,000 gift becomes a major gift, because for that purpose we create an endowment and it can be held forever. The interest on that endowment is like a savings account. The interest is used to fund the programs or its purpose at the university. Now, while that is the threshold for what is a major gift, where we focus our time and energy at Florida State is on $100,000 gifts and above. And the reason that we do this is because the Florida legislature is got a matching gift program that supports endowments of $100,000 or more. So if somebody makes a gift to support scholarships for the higher ed program at FSU, and that gift is $100,000, That means it's going to spin off 4% interest a year that will be used by the higher ed program for scholarships. So $4,000 a year. Except that the state of Florida has got a matching gift program that puts 50% into the fund in support of the donor's gift. So that $100,000 gift becomes worth $150,000, and that 4% goes from yielding $4,000 to yielding about $6,000 a year. It's a sliding scale, the state matching program. The smallest gifts at $100,000 receive a match of 50%. The largest gifts on the scale, anything over $2,001,001, receive a dollar for dollar match at 100%. Up to about I think it's a $5 million gift, and that's where the legislature, it's $5 million a year. I think the legislature has capped the size of a match at $15 million a year. So a $15 million gift is worth $30 million, and you need to do the math to figure out what kind of a yield that has. I haven't worked on any of that big, so I don't
know. And could you tell us about one of the FSU's largest donations, like history of it? How was it created, and what did we do with the funds?
Well, Florida State's largest gift in history will support the Ringling Museum, and it's a $50 million gift that is a part of an estate. This is an elderly woman who is passionate about the kind of art, preservation, and teaching that is down at the Ringling Museum in Sarasota. And when she passes away, when she ultimately matures, FSU will receive a bequest of $50 million from her. I'm really not sure what that gift is used for, or how it will be used when we realize it. We have received substantial gifts. For example, some of our students may be familiar with the Dunlop Center for, I'm not very familiar with it. It's where the Center for Civic Education is housed, and where the Career Center is housed, the Dunlop Student Leadership, and whatever it is, the Dunlop Building, is an example of, I think, about $3 million that was given to Florida State University to build that facility. The state matched it dollar for dollar, and so you've got this nice new center that's named for Al and Judy Dunlap. In the College of Education, the most significant gifts that we have received are estate plans. So fortunately, we have not received any of the money yet, but when that day comes, there are some people that are prepared to make very generous gifts on behalf of the College of Education. We've got somebody who has included us in their estate for $1.5 million, and their partner included us for another $500,000, which is going to be a nice $2 million plus state match nest egg for our reading initiatives program in the School of Teacher Education here. We have got some wonderful support in the way of graduate fellowships, a $1 million gift from a faculty member at Miami-Dade College that'll support fellowships, and we've got some other nice gifts along those lines to support faculty work, the professorships that will allow us to supplement faculty pay, and also provide some startup money or some resources for them, for the faculty members to conduct their research. So we've got a nice variety of opportunities ahead of us when the unfortunate maturity of some of these people happens. Mm-hmm. Most recently, we just received a woman in her 90s down in Boca Raton passed away, and we expected her to leave us approximately $100,000 in her estate plans, and she left us over $2 million. And so we're taking the state match right now, so we'll have a fund balance of about $4 million, which will spin off about $160,000 a year, which will be used for what we think are going to be nationally competitive doctoral graduate fellowships across the college. So some very exciting stuff.
Right. And with so many colleges today having, even multiple foundations, how do you think FSU should compete with those foundations at the FAMU and University of Florida, all the other colleges that are out there in the state?
Well, I think we very rarely compete. It is not a cutthroat type of environment. Philanthropy is it's a charitable act by somebody, and you know it when the Boy Scouts want to sell you popcorn, or the kid next door wants to sell you money for bands, or sell you chocolate to support their band trip, or you go and see the Girl Scouts at the grocery stores. There are things that you're interested in supporting and investing. And so my job is to learn what people's passions are, and then see if I can help find a connection between the things they're passionate about and what we have going on at Florida State University. And my area of expertise is the College of Education. So I really dial in when folks are interested in doing something to support our education mission.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.